Goody, everyone. This is Dayhawk, bringing to you my take, my review of Kamen Rider Revice episode 37. This episode has given me a lot of Revenge of the Sith vibes to maybe a little bit of Lord of the Rings, a little bit, and I'll tell you why that is. Akaishi, you can tell by the actor, he is having the most fun. He's having fun, and you can tell. And he is pulling a Palpatine. And I'll tell you more of that a little bit later. Then you have Daiji, who right now is becoming the most unlikable characters in this show. Because Jesus Christ, I want to choke him out. I swear. But Daiji is I feel like he is the Anakin Skywalker of this episode. And again, Revenge of the Sith vibes. Then you have Ikki, who tells the Weekend that I think I may have discovered a way to rescue Akemi. And he also said that there also is a way to get Giff's cells in order to use them to defeat Giff. So it's just, this whole plan is two birds and one stone. Saving Akemi and also getting the cells. So that's the plan right there. And then you have a surprising return, which, finally, but I assume you guys already seen it, so I will tell you ahead of time. Hirumi has returned, finally, because Daiji, again, is becoming insufferable. So Daiji returns, which it looks like he got his memory back. So we'll see how that happened in the next episode, which, by the way, we're going to have Ikki's final form in the next episode. And from what I can tell, it looks better than Saver's. And yeah, I'll explain more in the next review. Right now, I want to go on and continue on this review. So right now, in the beginning of the episode, you see more footmen, deadman, keep appearing. You see the heroes like Ikki, Vice, Sakura, Hikaru, and Hana trying to hold off against these footmen, and they are increasing by the day. And I knew from the beginning what Akaishi was up to. He is trying to create more foot soldiers in order to inspire more fear for people to give in to their fear and say, hey, Giff is, we have to surrender to Giff. He's our Lord and Savior now. And, that sort of thing. And also, you can tell why the increase of the footmen, because people are given into the V-Stamp mandates. And after they finish off all the footmen, here comes what I said from the beginning about Revenge of the Sith vibes. He's a Palpatine / Antichrist. You get this, you get Akaishi in this huge screen, because apparently in the news saying that apparently what we thought that Akaishi was killed, he wasn't killed at all. He was revived. And I can't help but laugh during this whole speech, because remember, we were watching this stupid, charade of 2 episodes ago, and it's just so hilarious and over the top, and And he gives this speech saying that Giff saved my life. He resurrected me, he brought me back to life. And Giff spoke to him saying that I don't want I can't talk right now, but you know what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to wipe out humanity here. I am trying to save humanity. I decided it will not be to defeat Giff with the Kamen Riders because he does not wish to drive humanity to extinction. He doesn't want that. As long as we don't provoke him, we'll be alright. Oh, Jesus Christ. It was meant to be serious, guys, I know, but I cannot help but remember 2 episodes or 3 episodes ago when Akaishi did this whole thing. And then he does this other speech to tell the world that thanks to Giff, I've been revived. He spoke to me and we'll be alright as long as we give in to him. Okay. Alright. I can't help but laugh. And then here's another thing. It may be nitpicking, but I have to say this. Why is it shot in this weird looking cellar? I know the Phoenix ship has been destroyed, but why hasn't it been shot in a conference room instead of what it looks like to be I don't know, some kind of tunnel or something? It's so weird. Apparently Akaishi that can't afford, doesn't have any money, can't afford to get a conference room. And then you see Daiji all conflicted, so he like I said, this is Revenge of the Sith. You have Palpatine, which is Akaishi, and then you have Daiji, being Anakin Skywalker because he is confused. And he's asking Akaishi, why in the hell are you unleashing foot soldiers to the people? And Akaishi openly admits that, well, as much as I've seen results in people, getting V-stamped, it's not working, it's not doing fast enough. So in order to accelerate my master plan, I need to install more fear. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And he's using Daiji to do so. And he openly says that you did your part well, Daiji. And Daiji is begging him to not put any more demons onto the streets. But Akaishi is not gonna hear it. And he's gonna do what he wants to do. And it's just, God, Daiji, you're becoming more insufferable. You're lost without Hirumi. You're lost without Kagero, apparently. And then, after this speech, the weekend hacks the screens, tells everybody to not give in. We have hope. As long as you have hope, we'll be okay. We need to fight for our freedom. We need to keep our freedom. Protect our freedom. And then back to the weekend's base, Ikki comes in, tells everybody, I may find a way to defeat Giff and save Akemi at the same time, which I already told you from the beginning. And they have their, their team huddle and all that. And then you have this next scene where the 3 siblings have this little talk. And this is where, Ikki and Daiji had a little bit of a disagreement here. So Ikki tells Daiji that I think I found a way to save Akemi, and Daiji is, feeling a little bit helpless because he's like, humans cannot defeat Giff. We must give in. And Sakura's like, well, are you on Akashi's side? Sounds like it. But Daiji's excuse is, oh, I'm trying to keep the peace. No, Daiji, you're being delusional here. Even Sakura's like, really? You keeping the peace? So you're saying that if we give in to Akashi and preserve peace, Giff is gonna be, it's gonna enslave humanity, and that's not peace. She even said that Giff might turn us into slaves. So that's what he wants. But Daiji, again, he just wants to keep the peace, not provoke Giff any more than we already have. And God, he's just such insufferable. But he has been drinking the whole Giff juice for a while now. And he asks Ikki this question: if you had to pick between peace and freedom, what would you choose? And Ikki gave a great answer. I can't, we can't have freedom. If we have peace, what I'm trying to say is, we can't have one over the other. We need to have both. I want freedom and peace. And Daiji's like, oh, you're being delusional, and he ends up leaving. I'm like, oh, Daiji, you suck. Oh, I don't want to, he's starting to become 01 Lyserg. I want Kagero back. At least Kagero, even though he's such a loose cannon, at least he will be, see reason once you throw hot curry in his face. Then George has a moment at his father's grave, even though we all know that he's alive. And other than that, the weekend have this one last meeting saying that we need to capture Akemi, get her cells removed. That way, we get the cells that we need, plus Akemi can be saved. So that's the battle plan there. And the only way to do that is to freeze her completely and transfer her to the base. That is the plan. And then we have a little bit of a moment with George and his father, at least a little bit later. And yeah, team huddle, that sort of thing. And then Daiji being, emo, and he sees these foot soldiers and he ends up destroying them. And then here's another weird part here. So during the whole Daiji killing off the foot soldiers, you see Akaishi at his little tea set. And then you have Ikki and Sakura. And I'm like, wait a minute. One, how in the hell did you guys find him so quickly in this dungeon thing place? Unless Daiji told them, which I don't think he did. Maybe he did off screen, I don't know. But it's so weird how they were able to find Akaishi so quickly, and just, I don't know. Again, it may be nitpicking, but you kind of need to wonder, how did you find Akaishi so quickly? I assume his place was all top secret unless Daiji told him, but okay. Alright, that's cool. So Akaishi summons Akemi and his other demon, And let's just say Sakura is not doing so hot because she gives her ultimate attacks to this demon and this up level demon, and he gets to regenerate so quickly. So yeah, it's no good. Then you have a moment with George and the dad, and how, you know, uh his dad is wants to atone for his sins. Why did he left his family? Why did he transfer give cells to a human? And he pretty much said that I just gave in to the sins of the devil. I gave in to my dark side, so to speak. And we get to see him remove his mask. We don't see his face burn. We only see his mouth and his eye. But we don't see his whole face being burned. And Dr. Karazaki just feels so horrible for what he did, for what he has started, and he wants to make things right. And he's punishing himself for what he did. And George is like, well, you're not the only one with you're not the only one with scars here. So there's a lot of baggage for them to sort out. We didn't get anything more than that, unfortunately. Hopefully we get more, but at the end of it, I'm sure they both will find peace, and George be able to forgive his dad and also forgive himself. I'm talking about the dad here. So you have Daiji continuing destroying foot soldiers, Hikaru and Hana doing the same thing, so we don't need to worry about that. And Sakura is still getting her ass kicked. Then Ikki is dealing with Akemi, and he is not doing so great either. But then, at the very end of the episode, Ikki managed to take Akemi outside of the building and then transform into the Bari Rex, his all purple, his ice in flame form. And he ends up freezing Akemi. Now, here's the part that's very sneaky in the part of Akaishi. Two things. So after Daiji destroys all the foot soldiers, one Phoenix soldier appears and tells Daiji that Akaishi is giving you a message. And he looks at this message, but it's not really a message at all. It was more of a tablet, and there's a security camera where Ikki and Vice has frozen somewhat Akemi. And then he has this flashback about, I found a way to defeat Giff. And Daiji assumes that he is going to sacrifice Akemi for the chance to defeat Giff. So he runs off. Now, just when things were about to, work out, I guess, because you have a moment with Akemi and Ikki, saying that please use me, that sort of thing. And then the demon with the other demon, came in, ruined everything because Sakura has been demorphed, and just when she was about to die, Ikki came in to rescue her. All the while, Akaishi appears, saying that you have done me a great service, but it's time for you to go. So Akaishi kills her. Whether Akashi knew what Akemi was planning on doing, you know, her usefulness has come to an end, and that was it. Akashi and the demon disappeared together, and Ikki and Vice didn't know what happened because they were occupied in rescuing Sakura. Turns around and like, wait a minute, what's going on? Like you were okay. Like, why? Like, what's going on? It was like confused. And then next, Daiji comes running, push Ikki out of the way, like saying, "What the hell did you do?" And then Akemi have this last moment, with him saying that, and this is like something that hopefully hits Daiji, but Hirumi will hit him even more. She says in her last words, don't disconnect yourself from others for justice. And Daiji is like, huh? What are you trying to say? And Akemi, unfortunately, disappears before she says this. You need to become like a real man now. You need to become a real man. And then she disappears. And assuming that Ikki was the one that killed her, Daiji, in the fit of rage, went berserk, goes after Ikki saying, "What the hell did you do? What have you done? Why are you being so freaking nosy?" And punching him. Well, he punched him once, and Ikki didn't do anything. Sakura is telling Daiji to stop. And just when he was about to land that second punch, guess who comes in? Hirumi comes back. And the last words before the episode ends saying, "I'm back." And that's the end. That's the end of the episode, guys. Ooh. Hirumi has returned, thank God. Daiji is acting a little bit like Anakin Skywalker at that moment, and believing Akaishi because he said that I'm trying to preserve the peace, which you're not. I mean, you're trying, but Akaishi's kept on unleashing demons left and right in order to force people to be V-stamped to submit to fear and submit to Giff. That was the plan, and now with Akemi gone, there's no way to get the cells needed to create this new power. And it's a really sad episode. Well, a bittersweet episode because Hirumi has returned. And, hopefully he will set him straight. Because by God. But the best character in this episode was Akaishi. He didn't do much, but my God, you can tell he's having the fun of great fun. I'm sorry I can't talk, but he's having the most fun out of his life in this show, and you can tell he's literally the Antichrist / Palpatine, because he is the and the mouth of Sauron here, and all in one, because he is the mouth of Giff at this point. He pulled a Palpatine saying that, I died, but I've been reborn thanks to this demon lord who has spoke to me, saying that I don't want this for mankind. Like, I want to save it as long as you give in to me, of course. And this speech, even though it was in somewhere in the tunnels, because again, apparently Akaishi doesn't have any money to afford a conference room with so many like reporters and all that, you know, and just like, give in to him. He saved my life. He is Jesus. He's Lord and Savior. The Kamen writers are not doing so great. We need to give in. Again, that's the whole reason why this episode just gives me Revenge of the Sith vibes, a little bit of Lord of the Rings. And man, yeah, it was a good episode, even with Daiji, being emo and being Anakin Skywalker-ish. But what do you guys think about this episode? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? What do you think of Akaishi so far? Like, if you've seen the episode and seen like Revenge of the Sith, did you like me get those vibes? I don't think Daiji's gonna end up being like Darth Vader-ish. I don't think so, because you have Hiromi back. But I don't know. I just, for the past, I don't know how many episodes so far, he's becoming very unsufferable and lost without Hiromi and lost without Kagero, because I don't know what the writers are doing to him. He's becoming unlikable, at least for me. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, what do you guys think about this episode? Give a like if you like this review, and subscribe, and don't forget to check out my Etsy store, and I'll see you around. I'll see you all on the other side of oblivion. Johnny!